happy. This is what I love to do. I mean, I love food, I love kitchens. I've always been around restaurants, so that side's always been very interesting to me.
Your mom taught you
So,
how to cook?
yep, my mom got me started. Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been there?
At Conoco Phillips? At Conoco Phillips, I just started there. I've been with that company that's contracted by Conoco Phillips for 2.5 years, but I've been doing this for probably 18 years.
Wow, clap for
18
him.
years, there you go. Yes, ma'am.
What do you like most about it?
What do I like most about it is the happy people. When you're done and you've done a good job, it feels really good to actually have taken care of someone else and given them something that they can have and enjoy. It's a memory that they have. I mean, do you remember going out or ever having something that's good, like around Christmas time, you know, or around any kind of holiday that you have? Thanksgiving, you know. Food, when I taste food, I think of memories. Those always come up, or a smell, or the garlic, you know. Those things make me happy. So that's what really got me into it. I've always been naturally involved with food. It's been very easy for me. Who else has any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Oh no, I'm just looking at the camera.
You're looking at the camera? You're showing off there. Do you have any questions? You want to know anything? How about you guys over here?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
What school did you go to become a chef?
Actually, I went to the School of Hard Knocks. I learned under other chefs. I went a different route than I would say a lot of people are doing now. Now, culinary school is a big push, and it's a great push. The education that you get from culinary schools, I would strongly suggest it. When I was 18 years ago, there were probably 3 schools, and I didn't go to any one of them. I learned under other chefs, working on the job, and I worked my way up from just a prep cook all the way up through the kitchen until I got my first executive chef job.
Like, do you think that you would be a chef like all through your life?
Huh?
Do you just want to be a chef all through your life, or do you want to do something else?
So far, yeah. I really don't know. You know, I don't think that part will ever leave me. You know, I probably will get out of the operation side here pretty soon. But as far as being around food, and it's in my blood. This is what I do. You know, you have people that are engineers that are incredibly smart. We have teachers that do a wonderful thing, and we all find whatever you end up deciding to do, it has to be rewarding at the end of the day. You know, and you'd rather do something that you enjoy than something you're forced into. You know, we spend, when you think about it, as chefs and as career people, we spend more time at work than we do with our family. I see my people at work, and I do more than I see my family at home. My little boy and my little girl, I get to see them, you know, when I get home for a few hours and it's off to bed. You know, so if I'm going to be somewhere, I'd rather be happy while I'm there.
Wow. You have 2 kids?
Yep, got 2 kids and a wife. Got all that.
So you don't come home till late?
No, actually that's the thing about being a chef. That's why I like working at Conoco Phillips. I don't have to work nights or weekends. The one thing about chefs, most chefs, you work holidays, you work on the weekends, and you work at nights. So you don't get to see your friends on the weekends, you don't get to hang out with your family on the holidays, you know, and then Valentine's Day, forget it. You know, I never got to spend Valentine's Day with my wife for years, but now I get to. Now I get to share those moments and times with them. That's why I like my job so much. That's why I actually got out of, I've been a chef at country clubs, at fine dining restaurants. I was a chef for a billionaire, a personal chef for him at his estate, and managed his estate. I've done all different facets of it, and this one I like because I get to be home. Huh? Never cooked for him. Never have cooked for him.
Would you want it?
Sure, why not? I'll cook for you. I'll cook for anyone. Huh?
What would you cook?
What would I cook if whatever he wanted. Whatever he wanted, I would cook for him. Because everybody's different. What you like may not be what I like. And why would you want to come and eat what I'm forcing you to eat? You know what I mean? If you're going to come to my place, I better give you something that you enjoy. That's the biggest misconception, I think, is that people think that when I cook, I'm cooking because that's just, you know, that's what I want. But that's not really true. I have to find out what you want, you know? I have to find out what you want, and I have to make it good. That's the difference.
Make a chocolate brownie cake, you'll make a chocolate brownie cake.
Chocolate brownie cake, exactly. And that's what part of being the chef is. It's not so much, I think sometimes people get confused. They think that, you know, because you watch it on TV, you see these people putting out this beautiful food and these beautiful dishes. You know, that part of it is great, but unless you have somebody that wants to buy it, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. So what I want doesn't really necessarily matter to as much as what you want. What do you like to eat? Pizza? So then I should probably learn how to make a pretty good pizza that makes you happy, huh? If I want you to pay me for it, right? Because what I think is good, do you like the deep dish pizza or do you like the thin crust pizza? Yeah, see, now if I made a deep dish pizza, you wouldn't be very impressed, would you? You wouldn't think that was so great. But if I know what you want, then that's part of being a chef, is learning to adapt and get better at what you're doing and trying to find out what people want. Because again, I could sit here all day and make food, but if nobody buys it, I'm going to make a pretty poor living. What else y'all have?
Any other questions?
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food? Wow, right now, I'd probably say, right now, probably a lot of the Asian style foods and anything that's sort of Tex-Mex, a lot of chilies, things like that
That's
right
good.
now. Yeah, the Southwestern style, at home I'm cooking with a lot of ancho chilies, stuff that you find in the markets. It's nothing too outrageous.
So who makes dinner, your wife or you?
My wife does. My wife does, except for the holidays. Then it's me.
You're a chef, she's not.
Well, she can cook too, though. She's good at it too. You ever seen a car mechanic? His car's not always running great.
Are you a mechanic or
No.
No.
That was
it's
just an
analogy.
example.
But when I go home at night, a lot of times I don't cook because my wife will have dinner ready. On the weekends I'll cook. Like this last weekend I felt like making bread. So I made 3 different kinds of bread for us to try out. Just something to practice, I'll make pastries. I go through periods of time where pastries sound good, Birthday cakes, things like that. My niece and my little boy they're having their birthdays coming up, so I'll make birthday cakes for them, and I'm gonna try some different fun stuff, that you see. I'll probably use some, I like to make everything edible. A lot of the cakes that you see with the fondant and that stuff on the outside, it's just hard candy, and it doesn't taste very good, I'll be honest with you.
What about
But it sure is pretty.
They make something with the cardboard, so the cardboard will hold the cake.
Yeah, that's fondant. It looks like cardboard, it tastes like cardboard, but it's actually, it's supposedly edible, but it's made out of sugar. But it looks very similar to that. So, it just depends on what mood I'm in. I don't really have necessarily a favorite food forever. It's just kind of the way that I go.
No, I'm like saying like they have real cardboard that you cut
Oh,
and they put it to hold the cake.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe it's something I haven't seen yet. It's
So
possible. I need to watch that. I need to watch that show. What else did you have, man?
Jonathan?
Jonathan, what else did you have? You had another question? I know you do.
I could see.
Huh?
He cooks cereal.
Yeah, you like cereal, huh? That's one of my weaknesses as well.